Join us and help us continue to support the many talented people of our community. Learn how to get your business highlighted on La Crosse Local. Go to lacrosselocal.com and click on Advertise. Prevention is the key to a healthy life. That's why Gunderson Health encourages you to learn about vaccines and how they can help you and your loved ones stay healthy. Vaccines protect against preventable diseases and viruses by boosting your body's defenses. Visit GundersonHealthVax.com to learn more. Artspire is back on June 10th at the Pump House Regional Arts Center. Enjoy live music from Nicholas David, Charlie Boy, and High and Rising, plus a fine art fair, interactive art projects, and visual and performing arts. The event is free to all. Learn more at artspire.thepumphouse.org. We got on the phone with Tina Thompson of the Tomah Chamber and Visitor Center. We talk about day trips, local products, and get into their downtown Thursday nights music series. You can find more conversations, food reviews, live music, weekend picks, and events on our website, lacrosselocal.com. I'm Amy.
And I'm Brent.
This is La Crosse Local.
I was born in Tomah, Wisconsin. It was one of those kids that was going to go to college and probably never come back and see big things. And then I had dinner at what was the TP Supper Club with my dad. And I thought that bartender was pretty cute. So I told my dad to introduce me to him because I was going to marry him someday. And I did. Grounded our future and our family's future here back in Tomah, and couldn't have been happier with that decision. Yeah, just a lot of great experiences. We're raising our family here, and it's that great small town feel. It's small enough where you can make a difference, but big enough where you have restaurants and amenities and things to be a part of.
What was your progression to now being the president, CEO of the Tomah Chamber and Convention and Visitors Bureau?
I wanted something more community engagement centric. I was on the board of directors for the chamber. I was involved in several organizations. Years prior, I attended bar, and I always say that's where you really get to meet people in the service industry. And so I got to know how all these civic organizations worked. They all had their meetings at our restaurant. And I got to know their leadership, and I got to know their team members, and I got to, listen in on meetings. So I knew how things worked in this town. And as I was finishing my degree, like I said, I was on the chamber board, and the director at that time had said, hey, I'm going to take this awesome opportunity that I have that more aligns with what his life goals and passions were, but I would like to see you apply for this, and I'll write you a letter of recommendation. So once I knew that, I started kind of gathering, letters of recommendation and support, and really doing my homework, and applied just like anybody else. And for some reason, they chose to select me, and the rest is just been a whirlwind.
I think people know what Chamber of Commerce are. I know there's a tourism component to it, so there's a lot of fun, I'm sure, activities with it. But what does the Tomah Chamber do for the area?
Every chamber is different based on the needs of what the community is. And that role can change itself within a year. We see ourselves as a catalyst for, business initiatives, for entertainment and events to some extent in the area. Certainly we have a very strong pull of bringing tourism in, but we really are here to serve our businesses and make this a community that people want to visit, to do business in, to have a home here, to have a good lifestyle here.
Recently we got to sit down and come up to Tomah and chat with you. And truth be told, I hadn't been up to Tomah in quite some time, basically, passing through, but just the amount of businesses that are up there. We sat down and had lunch and had great food, kind of checked out. There's a little local products area next to this cafe, seeing everything from the smokehouse barbecue that you could pick up to local honey. What excites you about Tomah? Like the new businesses, food and drink? What makes you excited about the area?
It always excites me when I see somebody making an investment here, because it tells me that they're connecting with like-minded businesses and individuals, and they're seeing something good. So every time, like we just did a ribbon cutting at Kickapoo Valley Roofing last week, and they put a tremendous amount of investment into a building and rehabbed the location. And it always intrigues me to see that, because they're seeing something in Tomah that they want to align with. And that speaks heavily to the businesses that are already here, that have put their roots here, that have established here. And you drive down our main street and you're seeing businesses that are opening up every day and decorating and offering wonderful products and services and delicious food. You drive just a little bit further off of that and you'll go into our industrial district and you'll see multi-million-dollar investments and payrolls and people having their careers here. And it's just exciting. It's like I said, we're a small enough town that you can be involved in and make a difference, and simply by opening your doors and having a business here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was just kind of exciting also to see just those kind of mom and pop places that are opening, doing those things that I think kind of were born out of COVID, out of necessity. It was really cool to see the local art and music too, I hear, is coming down the line. Something that attracts quite a few people, right? You were telling us about it, and you just released a music series for this summer for your downtown Thursday nights. How did that all get started, and who's on the lineup for this summer?
A handful of years ago, we were approached by a gentleman that puts these type of events on in South Dakota. And he spent a lot of time in Wisconsin, and in doing so had been driving through Tomah, where the 90-94 corridor comes together. He approached us and he's like, hey, I do these events. Would this be something you're interested in? This could be a great spot. We were hoping, the first night we'd maybe have 400 people. We'd consider that a success. And we had closer to 1,100, and it just kept building. And now our biggest nights are around 5,500, 6,000 people. But we've got a great lineup this year. This is our 4th year putting music on. We did pause 1 year for COVID, but we've got a couple country groups, a splash of everything. So it opens up on July 6th. Mallrats, which if you grew up in the 80s, 90s, this is going to be your era of music. Mallrats will be here July 13th. Ashley Wineland will be here July 20th. We skip a week for the week of the Monroe County Fair because there's already activities and music in town, so we skip that week. And then we bring it back August 3rd with a Bon Jovi Journey tribute band called Bon Journey. Awesome. So excited for them. And then we always try to bring back 1 or 2 bands from the previous year. So this year we're bringing back Hillbilly Rock Stars and Cherry Pie, which Cherry Pie is our great big night. We have thousands of people on our Superior Avenue, and it's just a great time for all ages and free to the public.
I got to see some pictures from it, and we're definitely coming up for one of those Thursday nights this summer. I mean, of course, that'd probably be an ideal time for a day trip from La Crosse or wherever people are coming from. Those Thursday nights, grab some food.
Oh, absolutely.
Is there any other events that you kind of highlight? I know there's actually such a amount going on. It's quite a bit, but I mean, are there some highlights you have?
Yeah, sure. So it's kind of funny. Tomah really is event heavy, but we're well known for our Budweiser Super National Truck and Tractor Pull, which pulls in about 80,000 people.
Man.
And Warren's, has their annual Cranberry Festival the last weekend of September every year. And that draws in about 120,000 people. And what a great time to visit our area. You get to go and do all the festival stuff, and all the shops here are in prime fall mode. Great products, great food. It's just a good time. What a way to enjoy fall.
One thing I noticed that I thought was really interesting when I was up there too is just kind of a dedication to accessibility. This North American Squirrel Association of Tomah, I mean, it's just such a great organization. It seems like that's just helping people with disabilities get out and recreate and just have like a good time, just like anybody else.
Yeah, so NASA, the North American Squirrel Association, has kind of taken Tomah by storm. We were able to attend their annual banquet a couple weeks ago that was sold out at 400 people. I think they raised $67,000 in one night.
Wow.
They've made hundreds of thousands of dollars in improvements to our park system and accessibility, and are really working towards doing a multi-million-dollar project here that hopefully we'll get some approvals on. Everything's looking good, but really trying to turn Tomah into branded as an accessible community, and it is. They offer pontoon rides to elderly and disabled. They have hunting opportunities. They've transformed a couple of our parks into all accessible parks. Gosh, list goes on. They have fishing days. They have a bus, so you can take bus rides and go to different places. It's just truly amazing how compassionate and giving the Tomah area or the Tomah community is for their work and their endeavors.
Just on their website, accessible outdoor activities for seniors, veterans, and people with physical disabilities, hunting, fishing, downhill skiing, and more. I knew a gentleman who was blind, but they took him out hunting. So it's kind of things where it's like, it really kind of opens up doors for every activity that folks should be able to enjoy.
Yep. Anything that I'm able to enjoy as a able-bodied person, they're making it available so that everyone can. Blind, disabled, whatever that looks like, there's opportunity here.
Cool. Well, it's such a cool organization, and really truthfully, just visiting Tomah, but you forget what you have in your own backyard. So it's definitely going to be a summer road trip for us.
People often ask what's so special about Tomah, and it's groups like that. It's the people here. It's that sense of community. Everyone can participate in something. We might not have all the amenities of La Crosse or the big cities, but we have people that pour their lives into giving back to others and caring and making living here an experience.
So if people want to find out more, maybe just stop up or, come for a couple of days, where's the best avenue for them to go to?
So tomahwisconsin.com is our home website. Certainly we have an active calendar of community events that are going on here. We do have a separate website, downtownthursdaynights.com, for the concert series. The starting off point would be tomahwisconsin.com, and that would be where you can find organizations and events and everything happening.
La Crosse Local Podcast is a production of River Travel Media. Do you have an interview idea you'd like to share with us? Message us on Facebook at La Crosse Local. Find out more about us at lacrosselocal.com, and you can subscribe to the La Crosse Local Podcast on your favorite podcast app. If you like us, rate us 5 stars. We appreciate it.